You've come back to Bellewood. The lanterns are lit, and the fire's glow spills across the tavern floor. Sit closer now. Let the hearth tell you a story.
There you are. I was hoping you'd come back. There's something about a fire, isn't there? The way it draws us close and slows the hours. Even the wind outside quiets down when it sees a hearth alight. You found your way to Bellewood again, and that's no small thing. People say it's just a village, tucked between the sea and the ridge, with nothing but old roads and older stories. But they're wrong. Bellewood isn't a place you find on a map. It's a place that finds you. It appears when you need it most, though you may not know why at first. Perhaps your heart's grown a little too quiet. Perhaps something once tender has gone threadbare. Or perhaps you're just longing for something true, something that lingers. Here, time moves differently. We mend things with our hands. We listen when others speak. And when the fire glows just right and the night settles close, stories come, not loud ones, not perfect ones, but stories where two souls find each other and something in the world shifts. Because Bellewood has always been a place of healing, not just from sickness, but from silence, from sorrow, from forgetting how it feels to be looked at as though you matter. Now, some say Bellewood is magic. Others say it's haunted. I say it remembers. And tonight, it remembers a love that unfolded like the last bloom of fall. Quiet, bright, and entirely unexpected. So settle in. The hearth is warm. Your tea's still steeping. And I have a tale to tell you.
In Bellewood, there are nights when the wind carries strange sounds, boots crunching in empty lanes, whispers behind locked shutters. But the sound no one forgets is the bell. The chapel bell hasn't tolled in decades. Its rope rotted away long ago, its great brass tongue stilled by snow and time. Yet one winter's night, as the year turned and the air hung heavy with frost, it rang. A single, deep toll that echoed across the green. Some say it was an omen, others claim it was a summons. But if you listen carefully, you might hear the story of the two souls it called together that night. The Bellewood Chapel sat silent beneath a sky heavy with snow. Its windows were dark, its pews empty, and the bell in its tower frozen in place. But on the eve of Midwinter, as the village lay still beneath its blanket of white, the air trembled with a sound. Gong. A single, low toll rolled out. Across the rooftops, rattling window panes and waking sleepers. At the inn, Clara Wynne, a traveling midwife, sat bolt upright in her narrow bed. Down the lane, Nathaniel Gray, the clockmaker's son, paused in his workshop, his tools falling silent in his hands. Both heard the bell, both felt it settle deep in their chests, as if it had been meant for them alone. Later that night, drawn by some quiet compulsion, Clara wrapped herself in a woolen cloak and stepped into the snow. The air smelled faintly of pine and candle wax. Lanterns guttered in doorways as she passed. She wasn't the only one walking. Ahead, on the chapel steps, stood a man she didn't know. Nathaniel. Their eyes met in the darkness. "You heard it too," she said softly. "I thought I'd imagined it," he murmured. "But here you are." They stood together, listening. The night was silent but for the crunch of snow beneath their boots and the faint hiss of wind curling around the bell tower. "My father told me this bell rings only for unfinished promises," Nathaniel said. "Promises kept or broken?" Clara asked. "Both," he replied. The door to the chapel creaked open with a groan, and a gust of cold air swept out. "We shouldn't go in," she whispered. "No," he agreed, "but I think we must." Inside, the air was thick with dust and faint candle smoke, though no candles burned. And then they heard it. Footsteps above. In the bell tower they found no one, only the great bell swaying gently. Though the air was still, Nathaniel's lantern threw long shadows across the wooden beams. "Perhaps we've been here before," he murmured. "I'd remember," Clara said. "Not if it was another life." The bell groaned, its tongue shifting as if stirred by breath. "What are we doing here?" she whispered. "Finishing something," he replied, though he couldn't say what. And then he took her hand. As they stood beneath the bell, the air felt warmer, though snow still drifted past the tower's windows. "Do you think it will ring again?" Clara asked. "If it does," Nathaniel said, "I hope it's because of us. Not for what we've lost, but for what we've found." The bell groaned once more, then stilled. And in the silence, Nathaniel bent his head, brushing her hand with his lips. Some say the chapel bell has not rung since that midwinter night. Others claim it tolls quietly, just once a year, for souls brave enough to keep their promises. And if you find yourself walking Bellewood's lanes as the year turns, listen closely. You may hear the bell calling, not as a warning, but as an invitation. And that, dear one, is how it went, or how it might have gone. Bellewood keeps its truths tucked close, but if you sit still long enough, the stories rise like smoke from the coals. What happened after? Well, that depends who you ask. Some say they stayed together till their hands went wrinkled and their words grew fewer but sweeter. Some say it was only a season, a flicker of the heart meant to guide them both towards something deeper. And some say they still walk the lantern trail on quiet nights, though no one sees them. But what I know is this: love, when it finds us, whether for a lifetime or a moment, changes the shape of things. It carves out a new room in the heart, even if the door must close later. And when you've been loved, truly, even once, you carry its warmth with you like embers in your pocket. So leave your lantern burning. Keep a space beside the fire, because in Bellewood the story never really ends. It just waits for the next heart ready to hear it. Until next time, stay warm.